wha- your skill set and your experience.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Suboi Imran, and I have 5.11 year experience in IT company, and total. But right now, our current company, Logistics Solutions Private Limited. So from last 2 years, I am working on React.js. So I have a 2 year experience in React.js, and earlier I was working in Angular. So in IT company, I have a 3 point relevant experience, 3.84 year experience in development, and but our current company, I have done 3 projects in React.js. So in current company, I have done 2 projects. So first project is a Hafiz Army and Air Force returning process project, and second is Triple B is a bed bath and beyond. So both are e-commerce project. So I,
Oh,
my first project duration is 6 months, so it has almost done, and second project is Triple B. So this is from last 6 to 7 years. My team is working on this project, so this is almost has done. So I have in first project I using Material UI and hooks, and backend Spring Boot, database Oracle, and I have an experience also Swagger and Postman. So there are 3 roles in Hafiz: admin, associates, and supervisor. So once any customer purchase online product, so they will return via online, or they are going to their stores, means offline. So once any admin or associates login page, so it will go to the next page, order search page. In order search page, they can search by the order, they can search by the order id. We are providing order id for every particular product. So once you search the order id and click on the search button, so it will go to the next page in the order detail page. In order detail page, it will show all the details of the product related by the order id. So in order id, we are handle accordion through the Material UI, and scanner also we can search by the order via barcode. And once you can select the quantity also, and then it will go to the next page in return process page. In return process page, there are multiple drop down list for reason code why the customer returning this product. It is a damage or quality is not good, so that is the multiple reason code is there in return process page. And second is a disposition code. Disposition code, it means if you are select disposition A, so it means your this product you can. What happened, ma'am?
nothing. What happened?
No, you are seeing just like this one.
No, no, I'm looking something.
Okay. So if you select disposition A, it means you can give your product to the store, inventory store, or you can send back to the vendor where you have to purchase these products. So these are the disposition code, and we are creating a pallet id for every product. We are creating a pallet id for different products. So it means we are creating a pallet id. So they are the searching process is very easy. So which pallet id of the product, so we can search and then click on the submit button. So we can handle a switch button also.
Palette ID means ID, right?
Yes,
Unique
id,
ID.
unique id. Yeah, unique id means for example like mobile. So we are creating a some mobile palette id, this one. And we are handle also switch button, if you want to return this product or not, so we can accept or reject button we are handle. So this is only do admin or supervisor. Then once you click on the submit button, so it will go to the final page, return confirmation page. It means your product has returning for the process. So these are the whole process is our office, and we are handle a sidebar link where we are giving some icons like a search icons, master list, palette icon. In palette icon, once you click on the palette icon, so it will show the list of the palette id related to their products in handle with the table and paginations. So these are the almost server side
Are you
rendering
using
project.
pagination or lazy loading?
Pagination, ma'am.
Okay, not used loading, lazy loading.
No. We are showing a 5 page, 5 list in per page.
Okay.
And these are the whole process, and backend team is handled all the, because it is a server side server side rendering project. So all the objects, all the data is handled by the backend team. So sometimes I work with the backend team also, sometimes I work with Oracle, so data is going or not. So this is Swagger also, I work with backend team also, Swagger, Postman. This is the Hafiz, my first project, and second is Triple B, Bed Bath and Beyond. So this is a online online shopping project. So
All are online project.
yeah, this is online project. Yeah,
So process must be same,
yeah.
right?
But
Okay,
Triple B is a very long term project, man. Very vast project.
okay,
Triple B, Bed Bath and Beyond. But Hafiz is a very 6 month. That's it. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Okay. So what are the card operations you have used in your project?
Only get and post method and put.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Put for what?
For updating.
Okay, but in project, what updating?
Sometimes by name or ID, we want to update any ID. So that time printer.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So what is callback function?
Yes, callback function, it is function inside a function. Take as an argument, it means once there are multiple users.
Can you explain? Can you share any text like notepad and something?
Yeah.
So you can write it over there. So you can explain me the flow of that.
In text,
Do you have Notepad plus plus?
this is my personal laptop.
Notepad,
No.
Notepad, Notepad. Yeah. Open that Notepad and share it so I can see that. Yeah. So it will be useful, helpful.
Function, and we
Hmm.
are giving some variable a like that 10 only for example purpose. Then again we are using function app and child function, and here we are using a function inside a function like that. So these are the callback function, it means. And here child function, okay. Ah. This is a function inside a function and take as an argument of first function. It means we are giving some example, there are multiple users. So multiple users send to the request to the server. So that time server send the response to the many user, but he don't know where is the user 1 and where is the user 2. So that time we are using a callback function, means once we are using a callback function like that. So if user send the request to the server, so server send the same request, same send the response to the user 1. So we are using a callback function, mainly used for the callback function. Function inside a function is take as an argument. Yeah, if
Oh,
this, yeah. But
okay.
mainly purpose
Uh,
of the callback function, we are saying this one, there are multiple user and multiple users send the request to the server, so server send back to the same response to the user.
okay. Um, can you explain me about closure?
Yes, closure, it means for example this is a function. So here we are using some variable a, like that variable b is using 10 value. So this is a global variable of the scope where we are using a var a, and we are inside a same we are giving same variable b inside a function m. So it means this is not a security purpose, so anyone can change the value. So that time we are using a closure. It means a closure, this is a inner function can child can access the outer function of the variable. So it means these are not given this variable. We are giving a in function app is a outer function this variable, and same variable child can access. So these are the closure, means the inner function can easily access to the outer function variable, so for security purpose.
Okay. And how do we call that function?
This is a run callback.
No, no, no. How can we call that function?
This is a call child function, and here is the app function.
Okay. We have to declare something.
हाँ यहाँ पे हम we are declare something variable for we are giving any value.
Okay. Um, okay. Do you know how promises work?
Yes ma'am. uh,
Yes.
Promise actually work if it is success or if it is failure. It means we are using some new promise. So we are giving some example. If it is a resolve, so resolve and reject. So it will go if it is resolved, so then method will handle dot then method, so handle. And if it is resolved, so we can resolve. And if it is a failure, so dot catch method, and the dot catch method it will go, otherwise it means it's a reject, so it will go to the reject. uh, for example, we are giving some username and password in login
Mm.
page. So we are calling some API here. So if it is a login page, so it means it is a success, so we are using so the resolve method is execute. Otherwise if we are giving some wrong username or password, so it will go to the reject method. Or we are
Okay.
giving some catch method. Yeah, catching means some handle the error, some API failed or this one. It is handle only asynchronous operation promise, for only for once time if it is a success or if it is a failure.
Okay. Other than that, any other methods we have in promise? Resolve and reject.
Then resolve and reject only one method, or we can use some async await. But promise is handle asynchronous. Async await is also handle asynchronous operations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any other states do you know?
State means,
Resolve and reject apart from this.
ma'am, in our project we are using a promise Axios. So because Axios is returning a promise, yeah, so that we are using promise.
Okay. Okay. And when we use pending,
Pending, no, I don't have any idea.
okay. Have you used chaining in promise?
You mean to say promise dot all?
Chaining means other more than one conditions in promise.
mm, no, I didn't use.
Okay. Okay. What is arrow function? Why we are using it? in React?
Yes, ma'am. This is a normal function. We are writing this is a normal function. If you want to use arrow function, so here we can directly use like a app, and we are giving, and these are the arrow function. So it means if you use there are no any parentheses, so it means you can directly use and in a single line. If you want to pass any parentheses, so there is no need for going any argument. You can directly pass the argument like that, so in a single line. So it is very easy to use arrow function. But when we are using a arrow function, in arrow function there is uh, in class there is no this operator for binding because window object. Sometimes we are using this keyword in arrow function. It is a less of code also. When we are using a arrow function, it is a ES6 features.
Okay. Do you have idea about what are the error boundaries in React new version?
Error boundaries. mm, Error boundaries, I think event handling. Error boundaries. Error
Okay.
boundaries, no ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then just a minute. Okay. Spread operator.
Yes, a spread operator. Once there are two array like a variable a, and we are giving a 1 2 3 like that. 1 2 3 and 4, and we are passing a variable uh, b is also is using of array like 6 7, this one like that. So if you want to use both array in a single, so that time we are using a triple dot. So it means these combine two array. When we are using, if triple dot, we are using a spread operator. So variable a variable c is equal to is a triple dot b and triple dot a. It means it will show the combine the array of variable a and variable b. So this is a copy of the array. When we are using a spread operator, we are showing a triple dot.
It will come in parenthesis.
mm, yes ma'am, it will come. Sorry.
Hmm. Do you have idea about the bundler and transpiler?
Transpiler, it means babel j6.
Yes. And bundler, have you worked on that?
Webpack.
Yeah, have you worked on that?
No, I didn't work, but I have a knowledge. There are multiple files, so you are just bundle the size through the webpack. I didn't work in webpack. In GS6
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Um, can you explain the life cycle of React
Yes.
methods?
Mm-hmm. First is mounting, unmounting, and updating state. So mounting means a component did mount. Once your component is rendered, after that this life cycle component did mount is rendered only once in a time. Then again component did update method or should component update method. It means if it is checking the props and state, it will update or not. If props and if state is previous state and current state is same, so it means there are no render, so component should update method. If it is different, if it like a previous state and current state is changed, so that time this life cycle is execute component should update. Then if you want to, after that you want to stop like a timer, you want to stop the timer after the execution, after the updating, so that time we are using a component will unmount method, life cycle method. So you can stop this timer. you stop this component
Okay.
and get derive state from props. This is also life cycle method for updating the state. So that time update the state, it will render, execute.
Okay. What is difference between class component and functional component?
Yes, class component and functional component, we are using a props and state in class component. So once we are use pass data from one to another component, so we are using a props. It means we are giving we are set the state name, and we are passing the state this dot state dot any name, like a name, and we are passing through the props. But these then you want to change through the state, so in class component, so we are using a set state method. So like that we are in constructor we are using this dot state name is equal to abc, and you want to update once we are giving a variable button. Once you click on the button, so that time name of the value is has changed. Inside we are using like a handle submit, and this dot set state name is equal to xyz, so it means it will update the state. So in a class component we are using both state and props. But when we are using a functional component, so functional component is a stateless component. There is no any feature in state. If you want to update any state, only props we are using for passing the data from one to another component. So in 16.8 version of React, we are using a hooks. So hooks given the feature of you want to update the state in a functional component like a use state. So in use state method we are state the update in functional component, update
Okay.
the state. Yeah.
Okay. Um, have you worked on React router?
Uh, yes, ma'am. React router we are using. For example, if we are navigate from our one page like a order search page and go to the order detail page, so that time we are using a React router for navigating the one page to another page. So we are using some component and path.
Okay. Okay. Um, can you explain me about the what dispatch exactly role?
Dispatch
Dispatch role.
in Redux.
Redux. Yeah.
Yeah, dispatch means the in the Redux is a middleware. So that time we are using a Redux for in a main file we are import the store, and we are wrap up with the wrap up the component with the provider. And if you want to connect with your component, so that time we are using a connect method. So connect method we are taking we are written a function. So we are taking a two methods, map dispatch to props and map state to props. In map state to props, it means they are checking if any props and state is update or not. If it is update, so that time this method is render. But to dispatch method, it is coming from the reducer and actions. Reducer we are taking the action type, it is switch case statement, and in action we are using a type and payload. So type when the action is dispatched, so that time map dispatch to props method is rendered. So it is a dispatch method, it is depend on the action when any action dispatch the variable or value.
Okay. What is pure function?
Pure function, we can say that when we are using as compared to normal or pure function. So pure component or pure function?
Pure function.
Pure function, I don't have any idea, man.
Okay. Okay. Um, just a minute. Have you work on CSS?
Yes.
Okay. Are you comfortable in CSS, right?
Yes, ma'am, sometimes I worked in css also.
Okay, okay. How to use it in React?
In React, we are using some external CSS use
Hmm.
style, and we are passing some dynamic CSS also through the props, because this is a material UI na. So in material UI there are some text components, some input components. So that time this is a we are passing some property like a value or some other properties through the props. So same value we are using in another component, and we are using some external CSS also through the use style, and use style we are importing in required component. It means we
Okay,
are giving some class name, and some we are giving some property like a font size or name, or wherever you want to use CSS.
okay. If I want some style in one single page, how can you use? How can you write in that page?
If you want to use in single page, we can use an internal CSS in one component, or if you want to use any particular element, so that time we are using a inline CSS, or particular element we can give inline CSS, or external CSS also we can use, ma'am.
Oh, okay. How
Yeah.
to use inline CSS?
Inline CSS, for example, there are div or some paragraph tag, but you want to use only here, like a class is equal to um, mm, style is equal to, we are passing some font size, like 10 pixel. So these are the inline. If you want, there are multiple div, but you want to change only this div, so we can pass a inline style. We can directly pass, only you want to change of this style.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay, okay. In Redux, have you worked on middleware? You know what is middleware?
Redux is also a middleware, man. Yeah. And
We
Saga
are
or
using
Thunk,
something middleware in Redux.
Saga or something Thunk, this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in current project we are using Saga, but I didn't work on it because I came. But I know Saga is a middleware. We are using some root Saga, and so that time we are maintain a multiple file in the root Saga. Mm. Functions, not
Okay,
file, functions.
okay, okay. Uh, I'll share one example. Just tell me what is the output of this. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, counter is equal to 0, set timeout function where inner counter 0, counter plus counter again, set timeout function inner counter plus 1, alert counter inner counter 500 or 1000, where counter counter plus 1. Okay, counter is done. So counter फंक्शन काउंटर काउंटर और प्लस काउंटर, आई मीन्स काउंटर 0 है, तो ये एक बार 1 प्रिंट करेगा, देन नीचे आएगा 1 और प्लस 1, मीन्स काउंटर सॉरी इस 1, और फिर अगेन काउंटर प्लस 1, फिर 1 इनर काउंटर 0 plus 1. I think first one alert is counter 1,
Mm-hmm.
1 plus 1, and second one again is alert counter 1 plus, 2, और फिर inner counter plus 1 or 1, 1 2 and 1, I think 2 and 2 plus 1 है ना, तो counter 2 and 2 और first one is 1 or 2, counter
This one is 1.
plus 1 na, counter we are initialize is 0, 0 plus 1.
And what will be this?
I think this one is again counter प्लस वन, तो काउंटर की वैल्यू वन आई तो टू एंड प्लस वन, इनर काउंटर इज वन, टू और वन,